Okay. Now, recording is personally for me. Okay. So don't jump the session saying that we will get the recording. It's not going to happen. All right. And at the same time, don't go ahead and file some FIR against me saying I'm recording it. I'm recording it with your permissions. So let's get started. I welcome all. And we're going to begin this session on a positive note with a little bit of fun activity that I got for you. So let me get started with it. Who is fun here? So just give me a yes that you are all in. I have my favorite dialogue on the screen as well. All fathers, give me strength. All right, for these activities, because I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions and I expect you to be answering that. All right. Meanwhile, people are typing in over there: Mumbai, Delhi, Indore, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Oh my God. I remember those Fafras and all this kind of thing. Chennai, I'm logging in from Chennai, by the way. Bangalore, I love Bangalore. Delhi, oh, that's my favorite. All right, so all part of the city or all part of the country, rather, everyone is joining in. That's fantastic to have you all. So let's get started. I want you to be on your chat box and I want you to answer these questions, some of the questions I'm going to ask you. All right. What I want is you answer it as fast as you can. Now, most of my sessions, let me tell you, girl power always wins. So give me a cheer. We have how many girl powers are there? All right. Lakshmi is there. All right. And I'm still going through the list. It's a long list, but give me a cheer, girl power. Okay. Fantastic. Let's get started, everyone. So here comes the first question. How many holes does this t-shirt have? Just give me an idea, quick idea, just 10 seconds. Give me an answer. Let's see who answers it fast, who answers it right. All right, 5, 6, 4, 6. Okay, let's go ahead. People are typing in. Okay, and those who are taking time, let me tell you guys, you're slow. All right, pick up the pace. All right, Sukesh, that's amazing. Let me tell you before I give the answer, let me just call your name. All right, you're the first one to get it right. Okay, everyone, this t-shirt has 8 holes. So if you have typed 4, 5, 6, you know where you went wrong. All right. Fun activity. All right, let's go for the next one and see if you can figure out the mistake in these numbers. Let's see how many can figure it out. 10 seconds, not more than that. You got to hurry up. And let's see. Previously, it was Sukesh who answered first. So this time, more than girl power, we had boys power leading the pack. Very good. Let's see who's going to answer it right. Come on, everyone, faster. If you don't know the answer, take a just wild guess. Come on, you can do that. 9 color does not match. Okay, that's fine. 10B33. Come on, you guys are reading it too much. It's just the is coming 2 times. So I guess Mohit got it right for the first time. Okay, what happened to the girl power? Where are you guys? Come on. All right. A quick one now. Guess the brands. I'm going to run through some of the taglines and you just need to guess the brand. Let's see how many people can guess it right. Give me an idea. Have it your way. What is the brand? The tagline for this brand. Come on, faster. Amway, Sukesh, you got it wrong this time, Sukesh. So I think out of 3, you're only getting 2. All right. Lenovo i3, I'll tell you, cut down on your junk. All right. Kush also, same thing, cut down on your junk because you got it right. It's Burger King. Okay, let's see. What is this one? Which brand is it? This should be easy. Oh man, by mistake, I clicked on it and I revealed the answer. So sorry about that, but let's try the next one. Here it is. Let me see who can guess it right. Faster. Storytel, Nagraj, I don't know what you're talking about. Which brand is that? Even I need to, learn about it. But geez, Lenovo i3, you are into both, man. I mean, I tell you, Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, that's Netflix. Let's see if you can guess this one. Now there are two pictures on your screen and you need to make out a brand out of it. What is the brand name? You can make it out. 10 seconds, not more than that. Remember, we are here for learning. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Quickly, others. Geez, you guys are much more smarter, man. I'll tell you. Most of you are getting a right answers. I need to change these things. That's Whirlpool. That's right. Let's see this one. This is going to be a tough one. This is the last one. Let's see how many people can get it right. Come on, come on, come on, everyone. Where is Sukesh, Mohit? Where are you guys? And let me tell you, girl power is nowhere to be seen. No problem. They're going to pick it up. I'm pretty sure. All right. Let's end it. People are not getting it. It's Bugatti. Nothing but Bugatti. Just take a look at it again. There is a bug. There is a A. There is a T. That's Bugatti. Now, these are some of my favorite games. How did you guys like it? Just give me a yes or no if you liked it. Yes, if you didn't like it, you know, why to mention no, actually. There is no need. All right. Let's get started, everyone, with this fantastic session. Again, I welcome you all to learning how to do sales, goal settings, and be ahead in your career in terms of meeting your sales targets, in terms of earning those exceptional incentives that companies are ready to give away, and any other benefits. And on top of it, be 10 times more faster in your career. Now, before I begin this session, there is a disclaimer. So first thing, people ask me why this webinar is free. Well, let me tell you why it is free, because you're going to get, one is amazing content, but at the same time, very bad jokes from me. So you have to survive through it. And the only way to survive through it is when you know it's coming free, you're not paying for it. Okay. Second is keep your cameras on, because I like to see human faces. And first rule of sales is you have to be in front of the client showing your face. And that builds relationship. That builds everything. So that's first thing you can learn from me is always be showing your face, because people connect to those human emotions. So keep your cameras on, everyone, no matter whether your maid or is working in background, whether children are playing or, you know, grandma is grinding, it doesn't matter. All right. Whenever you have a questions, more than chat, I would prefer audio. All right. I like to hear human voices. All right. That's how we are designed humans. So chat and all, it only works when a lot of people have to answer together. Stay on mute to avoid any background noises. And at the same time, know this webinar, although it is fine-tuned towards sales, but all these methodologies that you're going to learn is applicable whether you are a frontline salespeople, whether you are a sales manager or sales head, or you are heading the organization as a CEO also, it doesn't matter. Or even in your personal life, all these principles are applicable. Right? With that idea in mind, let's get started, everyone. To give you an idea where my journey started and how this sales goal setting became important to me, to give you an idea, let's talk about a bit for it. I started my career as a sales executive with HP. I was selling their hardware products. It was printers, projectors, and all those kind of stuff. All right. And those were hot. I mean, even today they sell the best, and those guys were hot. So when I joined that company, after a year of struggle, which every new salespeople has to face, I started facing these troubles. But then over a period of time, I picked it up. Everything was going good, and I was doing much more sales. And I was very good. I was showing a very good progress towards growing in my career also. So everything was going good. It was like a dream run for anybody. But then came a time, then they have to put me in a new product, a totally new product for that company and a totally new market. And they said, Amit, go ahead. You will have your manager. You will be trained on all the product lines that we are launching in this market. These will be new product lines. Go ahead and do it. And all training was given. And then I was put into new territory. And that's when I realized I got like totally exposed to myself when I couldn't meet the targets for the first time. And that is the first time I realized that I was not meeting those targets. It's those products which were very popular were selling by itself, right? I was just giving that little nudge, that little push that was required, talking to the clients. I had good communication, so I was able to explain it better, and that's all was happening. So I was filling a small gap over there. But when I tried these new products and all those kind of things in new territory, everything got lost. And slowly months became into quarters, quarters started becoming into year, and I was not meeting the targets consistently. Rather, I didn't even meet it ever. So sometimes I was 90% short. Sometimes I was 80% short. Sometimes I was like 50% short. These kind of time I was seeing. Now, how many people are there who relate to this part where you have been not consistently meeting the sales targets? Give me a yes or no in the chat box. And that is why you have come here in this webinar, to learn how to make sure that you consistently meet and exceed your sales targets. So give me an idea, type yes over there, that yes, you have been in this place, or you are in this place where you're not consistently meeting your sales targets and you would like to improve on that. Fantastic. So we have a perfect audience here. So this was my situation, just like everyone else. Sales target, I was not meeting the sales target. I was not meeting the sales target consistently. Sometimes there were good months, sometimes there were bad months, and this was all going on. The worst part was I didn't know how to, what is the reason for failure? Like, why am I failing? And on top of it, I didn't know how to improve it. This is where I stand. And that's where most of the people stand today, that, okay, they have a target, they try hard. Like, it's not that there are no, lack of efforts, you can say, or lack of, trying, you can say. It's not the case. Everybody does that. But somewhere, some disconnect is there that is not making us meet those targets. So what I did is I tried calling more people. I tried doing more follow-ups. And I thought that maybe this will help me meet targets. And I had a big database of old leads also, which basically didn't buy from us. And I started calling as an additional effort. I started calling those leads also. So I tried all those kind of things to make sure like I, meet my sales targets, but it was not happening. All I was doing is I had this limited bunch of leads, and I was focusing on more sales conversions to improve my sales targets or to meet my sales targets. And it was not at all working. Now, give me a yes if you guys have also tried the same thing, where you have tried following up more, or you have tried calling all the customers you have lost in the past in a hope that you will be able to meet your sales targets, or you will be able to improve your sales conversions. I know, I've been there, and many people are there, and that's what we are doing. That's the problem we set out to solve today. And this is where, this is how I was feeling that time, because I had 3 years where I was doing good and growing faster and earning more money, earning incentives, and company thought that actually I am doing magic, that I'm meeting the targets, and they put me into a new territory, right? And in new territory, I completely failed. And that's when I realized I was sitting on a pile of money, because companies, they pay a lot of incentives. They pay a lot of traveling they can do. They can quickly grow you to higher positions without any experience, without any educations, without anything. And I was not able to get that. So it was like sitting on a pile of money, and I was earning pennies. So I didn't know what to do. So I started researching, because I wanted to have that kind of money. I wanted to have that kind of success. And I knew it was easy. It's just a small change and I should be able to get it. So when I started researching, this first shocking revelation that came before me was 80% of the salespeople today, or sales professionals, are struggling to meet the targets. So it's not just me. It's not just you. 80% of people are right now there. Whether it is salespeople, whether it is sales manager, it's the same story. Now, remaining 20%, yes, they are able to consistently meet their sales targets. But to give you an idea, 10% of them are selling the high demand products. So it's easy for them right now. But once they will be in new territory, selling a new product, they will be in a place where I was, and that's what's going to happen. So only 10% of the people are actually doing it the right way, and they are able to consistently meet the sales targets. So I wanted to understand what is failing and what I can improve, everyone. So I started researching more, learning from others. And that's how I came across. First thing first, I realized is these are the things I was doing wrong. So I didn't set my own sales targets. This was one of the biggest mistake that I did, and most of the people do. Is how it works is like sales manager or VP will set the sales target, and we set out to meet that target every quarter or every year. How is it the same for you? Give me a yes or no that we are also in the same state. Yes, that okay, someone sets a target for us, whether it is our CEO, whether it is our VP, and we try to meet it. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, most of the people I could see. Yeah. So this is where I was. I realized they set the target for me and I try to meet it. And if it doesn't happen, I give my 100%. But if it doesn't happen, it's fine. I'll try next month. And this is the route I was taking. There is a big mistake in that, and I will discuss it in the upcoming steps. Second thing is, I was not doing a complete and proper goal setting. There is two words in it, and both the words have keywords here: complete and proper. All right. Now, what do I mean by that is, the only goal setting people do is, okay, manager says you have to do $200,000 or 2 crores of sales. We take that as a target and we start doing what we every day do. There is no change in that. We try hard, we put our 100%, but there is nothing additional to be done. That's a big thing, right? Then comes, I didn't know better ways to meet the sales target, and I didn't have a proper mechanism to ensure that I can assess before the month end or before the quarter ends, that I'm going to meet the targets or I'm not going to meet the targets. And if I'm not going to meet the targets, what is that I have to change so I can actually go and meet the target? Because at the end of the month and at the end of the quarter, there will be many hopeful customers which will back off. And all the dreams of meeting the sales targets, all the hopes of meeting the sales target comes crashing down. So how many times it has happened to you? Give me an idea. Like every time you hope that these many customers will buy and I'll be able to meet the target, but then they back off and then you fell short. How many times it has happened? Just give, if it has happened with you, give me a yes or a no. So now the question comes, how do we fix it? The big thing that everyone was asking, how do you fix it? So what I realized is I started searching on what are the goal setting methodology or sales target meeting methodologies that are available that I could learn and do it. Now there are multiple methodologies are there that you can use to set your sales targets and actually try to meet it. Some of them, if you have heard it, which one you have heard it, just give me an idea. One is SMART. So it's like SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, right? That's one methodology for goal setting that is available. Then there is OKR, which is nothing but objectives and key results. Then there is GOSPA, like goals, objectives, strategy, plan, action. These kind of things are there. And then there are Lock-in and Latham's. There's so many are there. How many you know? Just give me an idea. SMART. Yeah, most of the time, most common what they suggest is SMART. But let me tell you, I tried that as well and it didn't work. And the reason being, and you will agree with me and you will connect with me on this very well. You see, whenever sales targets are set, there are SMART sales targets only, like it's specific, like you have to do $200,000 or you have to do $2 million sales in this month or this year. It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable also. When they set the targets, it is achievable, it's realistic also, and it's timely also, right? But then why don't we meet it? What is that we are lacking that every time we fell short of it? If SMART goal setting is the right goal setting, then why don't we do it? For example, let's take a personal life example. Every time we decide that we're gonna do a lot of exercise. Every New Year resolution, we're gonna go to gym. We're gonna put 10 kg, 15 kg weight, or we're gonna drop 10, 15 kg weight. We all do that. How many people have done that? Every New Year resolution is that I'm gonna go to gym, or I'm gonna put on weight. I'm gonna cut on my weight. Give me a yes or a no over there. And then what happened? Are these goals not smart goals? You know that these are specific goals. You have the target of dropping 10 kg, 15 kg, 20 kg in a month. These are measurable, these are achievable, these are realistic, and these are timely goals. Then why do we fall short of it? That was the question. Why do we every time miss it? How many people have missed those goals that, okay, you go ahead and do it, but then you fall short of it? That happens to everyone. And this was my situation also. So somewhere I know there was a disconnect and how to do it. And that disconnect was this. There was an emotional disconnect that was not there. So I was not emotionally connected to those goals. And that's why I was not able to meet it. And I'm going to give you all the strategies also, how to do that. There was no desire to fulfill. It was all mechanical for me. And you'd write the word, if it is mechanical for you also, you realize it like, okay, I want that incentives. I want to achieve that incentives. I want to meet my sales targets. I work hard. I give 100% also. But if it doesn't, do you go 100 above 100% is the question. Like, are you ready to go any extent to meet those goals? Most of the salespeople I have come across, including myself, is that disconnect was there. It was all mechanical, right? And that is where I was not proceeding further in meeting all the targets. There was no desire to fulfill, and there were no right strategies that was available to me. Give me a yes if you're able to connect to this feeling that, okay, we do 100%, but then it's all eventually in the end, it is all mechanical. Like, I don't go beyond my boundaries where I can do anything, go any extent to meet those targets. Give me a yes or no, so I get an idea. How do you feel about it? Yes, that, yeah, what you're saying is right. Or no, I'm that kind of a guy who go above and beyond, but I am missing the strategies. If I have that, I'll be able to do it. So there was both missing. Some people have one or the other missing, but most of the people, like me, if you are, we have most of it missing. And that is where I created this framework, where I picked up all the best elements from all the goal settings that I know, and I created this framework called as ATSPD plus reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is embedded into it. You don't need to remember, but what you need to remember is ATSPD. All right, ATSPD. Now let me go back one step, and just to make sure you guys are listening to me and you guys are not sleeping behind your cameras, because most of you are behind the cameras, type, what is the model name? Give me an idea if you remember it. It starts with A. Let me see how many people are listening to it. All right. All right. Well, let me tell you, all those people who are typing so fast, whether it is Pramod, Mohit, Lenovo, Sunil, Lenovo, please change your name. Okay, Nagarajan, Archit, everybody. Geez, you guys are awake. I thought you would have dozed off by now. Good. All right. So the model is ATSPD. It's nothing but an acronym again of aim, target, strategy, plan, and daily task. These are the 5 steps to make the right, complete, and proper goal setting. And if you do all the 5 steps, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, you can meet any target that you set out for yourself, whether in your personal domain or whether in your professional domain. It doesn't matter. ATSPD. So let's start with aim. In fact, someone, I think it was Mohit, he mentioned also that, the emotional or motivation to meet those targets is not there. I think it was Mohit, if correct me if I'm wrong. Mohit, did you mention that motivation to meet those goals is not there? Well, let me tell you, that is right. And that is where the aim part steps in, that how do you get that motivation that you actually feel like going above and beyond and meeting those targets. I'm going to give you both the will part as well as the skill part. So you don't, any goals which are not met, it can be one of the both reasons, or one of the two or both the reasons. Either that will or the motivation is missing, or the skill, the strategy part is missing. And this framework covers both of it. Let's first start with aim. What is aim? Aim is nothing but you set your own goal and you connect it to your dreams. As simple as that. If you see right now, what is the biggest gap that you see in terms of sales professionals are not able to meet those sales targets, that motivation gap that we call it. What is that gap is, sales manager sets our target and we try to achieve it. We achieve it, that's fine. If we don't achieve it, we try it next month. So what is missing here is, it is missing the desire to go above and beyond and make sure that I meet those targets at any cost. And why it is? Because right now, those targets are company targets. Those are not your targets. But if you make those targets as your targets, if you connect it to your dreams, your desires, then let me tell you, you're going to have all the motivation. I'm going to go further detail into it because there is a lot of step. It's not just as simple as that you call that, okay, this is going to be my motivation. This is how I'm going to connect to the dream and it will work out. It won't work out that way. So there is a science behind it. Let's learn that. But first of all, you need to set your own target. Let's say you want a luxury car for yourself, just an example, or you want to take a house. You want to upgrade from, let's say, rented house to your own house, or you want to buy an additional house for yourself. Whatever target you want to set, that you have, the dreams that you have, you put it into this target. For example, buy a luxury car worth 18 lakhs in the next 1 year. That's what I want to do. So all I do simply is buy a luxury car. If, let's say, if it's going to cost 18 lakhs or $50,000, you just write that down. Now, what happens is, when you set your own goals, you're going to have that motivation at least to try it out more than 100% to meet those targets, right? Now, these goals has to be based on your desires of what you want to have. Only then that emotional connect will come. Now, this is part of setting it. Second part is also there, which is that you need to do from now on so that you can make sure that your desire built on it and you cement it. And that second step to do it is activate the power of desperation. How many people know the power of desperation? When you're desperate, you go to any extent to do it. Give me an idea. Have you done that before? Where you're so desperate to get something that you went above and beyond. It can be anything. It can be buying a gift, very costly gift for your wife or for your kids. Like I was talking to one person the other day, and he said, I wanted this very costly bike for my daughter, and my salary doesn't allow, and I went above and beyond. I took that extra money from my friends and I got that. When you do that, give me an idea, or go back into your memories and see when you have done it, where you have gone buying a first day, first show ticket. Absolutely, Ramna. I have done it, and I have done it for Rajnikant movie, and I love him. So I relate to that feeling. But yeah, it's power of desperation, and it is equally there both in male and female. We just need to use it, and then anything is possible. So how do you activate that power of desperation in you, connect it to your goals so that you meet any goals you set out to achieve, whether it is your sales goals, whether it is your business goals? How do you do that? First of all, make sure whatever your dream is, let's say you want to buy a luxury car. Let's say one day you are going from your home to airport. Instead of hiring a regular Ola cab, I would ask you to hire a premium luxury car, which you dream of. Let it be BMW, let it be Audi, let it be anything. It will cost you a little extra money, $1,000 or $1,200 above it, but experience that. All right. Let us say let us say it can be you travel most of the time in trains, right? Once upgrade it to air ticket and buy an air ticket. It will cost you extra. Do it. Let's say you travel in airfares, you travel in economy. I would say shell one time, it will cost you, but travel in a first class for the first time if you have not done it already, and experience that. If let's say your dream is to go out to bigger restaurants and you have been to 3-star, 4-star, but never 5-star or above that, you go take your wife, shell some money and do that. Let me tell you, once you experience it, then you will never go back to doing the same thing what you want. And then you will do anything to get what you want to achieve. That's similar to, watching movies. How many people are here into watching movies? How many people are here into watching movies? So let me tell you, after going to, let's say, multiplexes, would you like to go back and watch it in single screen? Or after watching it in 3D, IMAX 3D, would you like to go and watch any movie in 2D or something? Say yes, you are okay with that, or no, I'm not okay with that. Once I have experienced that, I'm not going to go back and do the same thing again. Give me a yes or a no here.
Yes, Amit, it's like traveling in a Volvo bus and going back to the normal bus is a problem these days.
Absolutely. Yeah, you nailed it. That's even a better example. Next time I'm going to use that, Sunil. So yeah, it's you will never go back. Like you have traveled in AC, then you never gonna go a sleeper AC. You're never gonna go back to regular sitting. That's how it works, and you will do anything to maintain that luxury, to maintain that experience, and that's when the power of desperation invokes. So do these things once. It's not that you're going to lose money, it's just that you're spending a little extra to enjoy that part. It becomes memorable, and then what will happen is you will do anything to retain it, and that's when you connect your motivation. That's where the motivation will come from. That's where everything starts. So enjoy that luxury, whatever you dream of. First of all, connect it with your goal, and then second is you enjoy that luxury first. So what it will activate in you? Dreams, first of all. Now many people are in trance, I'll tell you, and I am one of them. I was one of them. I didn't have any dreams. All I think of is, okay, I have to meet the target, or I have to get the next position, and that's it. There are no real dreams that people have. They are just in a trance. But for those people, it will activate your dreams. Like what you actually want to have. You'll start thinking, what is that you want to have this year, or what is that you want to have next year? And then it becomes your goal. It will invoke aggressive go-getter approach in you. So people say there is no motivation, I'm lacking motivation. You are lacking motivation because it is not connected to the right thing. It is not connected to your dream and desires, and you have not invoked that power of desperation. And then it will invoke desire to outperform. So that's the first step of ATS PD model, AIM, where you dream of what you want to have and you make that as your goal, right? Second thing is target. Now this is where, okay, you had the dream of buying a luxury car. You need 18 lakh rupees or probably $50,000 to buy it. You have the aim in place. Now you need to put it into target, which means how do you connect it to your sales target, your sales incentive targets, so that you can achieve it is the question. All right, I would request everyone to be on mute, so there are no disturbances. Thank you so much. You have the ability to unmute yourself and speak whenever you want. Right, let's talk about the second part of it, target. Now, this is where you have to figure out how you're going to earn that money. And the only way we have is the business, right? The sales, the incentives. That's the only part we have where we can achieve your money. Actually, there is many outside of it also you can look, but right now we're going to stick to sales incentives. So now you know that basically you have to earn 18 lakhs in 1 year to get that luxury car. How are you going to earn that 18 lakhs? Now for that, you need to figure out how many sales you have to do. And that becomes your target. Like, do you need to do 2 crore sales in a year? Or let's say $20 million sales in a year to earn that 18 lakh incentive. Only then it will happen. So now you got a target for yourself. Like, I need to do 2 crores. And that's very, very important. Now, what target will do is, first of all, in target stage, you need to do a couple of things right. Set your goal higher than the expected goals. Expected goals is what your manager or your boss is expecting from you. So for example, your boss would have set a target of 1.5 crores or 15 million you have to do. You have to set your target to 2 crores or 20 millions so that you can do more than that. As simple as that. Let me tell you, there is a science behind it. There is a reason behind it. When a boss or manager sets your target and you meet it, it is still considered a met expectations. But imagine you set your own targets higher than your manager's target and you try for it. You meet it, you become an overachiever for that company, for that boss. If you don't meet it also, you will at least meeting the company's standards. So in any ways, you will be safe. All right. So that is how it is done. So set your goals higher than your manager's goal. Set a timeline to it. that in a month or in a year, I'm gonna meet these goals. And third thing, which is very important, and listen very carefully, this is what most of the people don't do it, is take those goals to your manager and say, I'm going to try for this much amount of sale, set my new incentive plans. That is when you negotiate with your boss, with your manager. That's what you do. Now, most of the people don't do it. All right. What you don't ask, you will never get. It's as simple as that. To give you an idea, if company says you have to do $15 million sales and we will give you 1% this thing, you go to your manager, you're going to get a 1% commission. So you go to your manager and say, I am setting a target for my 20 million. You either give me 2% or you give me a promotion, promise me a promotion, or promise me that I'm going to travel for the next trade fair. Whatever you want to negotiate, you negotiate here. So couple of messages will go to manager. One thing is you're aggressive. One thing is you're a good negotiator here. You are setting your own standards, and that's how you make more money. So if you take 1% and you're going to stick to that, you're going to be only getting what company wants to give you, and that will not help you reach anywhere bigger in your career or in your life. Yeah, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate for. Rightly said, Mohit. So that's very, very important that you ask what you want. When I got to know about it, when I negotiated with my manager, they allowed me to travel also. I wanted to go to US, I wanted to go to Europe. That's where company used to do trade fairs, trade shows, and those kind of things. And they started sending me when I set my right target, when I told them, you give them something bigger to look at, and they give you something bigger that you want for yourself. It's as simple as that. So please do this step. Right now, what is happening is people don't talk to their managers and they say that I'm not getting promotion, I'm not getting, and then they get dissatisfied and then they leave the organization. This is what is going on. If you don't tell your manager, how would he know that this is what you want? Let us say you want a promotion for yourself next year, and then you go and talk. You say, this is, you have set my target as 1.5 crores. I am planning to do 2 crores. If I hit 2 crores, promise me a promotion. And he has to promise it. And if he promises, he's going to keep his words. And that's how you get ahead in your career. Otherwise, it's a favorite game. If you're not going to be his favorite, then you're not moving forward. So that's very, very important. So you negotiate, and this will activates many things in you, like your planning, like your negotiation skills, especially where you negotiate and you tell you are very aggressive. It brings out your fearless attitude and it brings out your proactive approach. Now, give me an idea. If you agree with that or not, type yes or no so that I can move forward only then to the next step, which is strategy. Now we know so far the why part of it. How, what I want to do, how I want to achieve my target, the why part we know. But now we're going to know how to do it, how I'm going to achieve the 2 crore sales or $20 million sales, how I'm going to get it. That's we're going to talk about. Now we're going to move on from will part to the skill part, the strategy part. All right, type it quickly so we can move on, everyone. And I get an idea how far we are connected to each other on this. You are with me or you guys are dozing off? I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Most of the people are awake, as I can see from the chat. Others, I don't know. But yeah, let's move on to the strategy part of it. Now, you know that you need 18 lakhs of incentives, or now you know you have to do 2 crores of sales in 1 year to get that 18 lakh incentive in 1 year. Now comes the next part. How are you going to get it? How are you going to get it? There can be one route. Company says you follow these kind of leads. We have a marketing team and we will give you these leads. You follow those leads. You can continue to follow up with those leads and try to convert them into sales. That's one part of doing it. But let me tell you that part, company decided for you how far they are right, how far they are wrong. We don't know whether it will help it or not. If it doesn't help, what you're going to do? And this is where the strategy will help you, where you check out what are your best options to meet that 2 crore target that you have set for yourself. So what are your best options? There can be multiple options, right? Now, when you are following customers, marketing team, look at marketing team, the kind of leads they generate. They try to be focused, but you get all kind of leads. You get big corporate companies, you get small, medium-sized businesses, you get startups and all those kind of things, right? Now you have an option. You can go after big companies and try to convert them. They can also help you meet the target of 2 crores. There are big fishes and they pay more. These order amounts are very big and they can help you do that. Or you can go after small, medium businesses. They can also help you meet your targets of 2 crore sales annually. Or you can go after the small companies, micro businesses or startups. They can help you. Now, all these 3 options have its own perks and it have its own challenges. So this is where you need to make a choice. You want to go after the big fishes, big corporates. Now, yes, they pay big money, but they take time to close. It's hard to close. It takes efforts, although it is very easy to find. You go on Google and you can find big companies. It's very simple. But do you have that kind of patience? Do you have that kind of timelines? Can you crack them? Do you have that kind of skill set also that you will be able to crack them is the question. If not, then you can go on and target the small, medium businesses. Now, small, medium businesses are relatively easy to crack, relatively easy to find also. There are a lot in number, unlike big companies. There are a lot in number, but the problem with them is you need more of them. And they don't pay you big bucks, they pay you average bucks. But small companies, startup companies, they don't pay you big bucks. But the good things with them is they are a hell lot in number, hard to locate, very difficult to locate. But whenever you get in touch with them, you in 1 or 2 or 3 calls, you can close the deals. That can happen. So this is where you select your strategy. You want to go after the big companies, you want to go after the medium-sized company, you want to go after the small companies. You select your industry here, whether you want to target automobile, you want to target FMCG, you want to target retail, you select your industry, you select your territory also here, whether you want to target the same territory that has been given, or in addition to it, you want to add a territory which is fairly unknown and has a good potential over there, right? So this is the strategy you make for yourself, not the company. Company, most of the time they do half cooked. You do it better because you know the market better. And if you learn this skill and do it better, and make your choices right, then everything else fall in place for you. So for example, let us say, now you need to put it into numbers also. That's very, very important because most of the time people don't put it in numbers. Let's say you go after the large corporate accounts, which can give you approximately a 5 lakh sales per account. So how many do you need? 40 large accounts you need to meet that 2 crore sales annually. All you need is just 40 accounts. But then they are hard to crack, easy to find, takes time. You need to make sure of that, and takes a lot of higher skills which you need to have. Or you can go after the mid-sized companies, which gives you on an average 1.5 lakh sales, but you're going to need 150 such sales. Easy to find, relatively easy to crack. You can do that. Or you can, third option can be small companies, which gives you only 25 to 50,000 rupees sale. Then you need 300 of them, but it is very easy to crack. Now you have to be very, very focused in one area. Only then it will work, right? If you're going to go after everyone, you get no one. So you need to be very focused. Only then you will be able to develop that process that is needed to close them, the skills that is needed to close them, the infrastructure that is needed to close them, the tools that is needed to close them. So only then as a salesperson, you will be able to do that. Otherwise, what will happen is you will be running after everyone like, one size fit all. So you have some process, some skills right now, and with that skills, you will be trying to close everyone, and that doesn't work really. So what you need to do is consider multiple options, choose your best option based on efforts involved, timelines involved, and skill set involved. And then you'll be able to make a right choice. What this step will do to you, this is very important. It will transition you from a regular salesperson to an asset for the company. Right now, you are in a strategic planning stage. It invokes your business development skills. It invokes your strategic planning skills. And at the same time, CEO and growth mindset. So people ask me how to get the growth mindset, how to get the CEO mindset, how to overcome the fixed mindset. This is the only way. When you start considering multiple options, you go strategic, you become a better decision maker, and you invoke your business development, territory planning skills, and everything falls in place. So now, let us say you decided, I'm going to go after the mid-sized companies in the region that has been given to me. And all I need is 150 such companies to close, 150 such sales to close in a year to meet my target. Next step comes plan. And this is where you need to figure out for these number of sales, like 150 sales, how many leads you're going to need. And this is where most of the things goes wrong. When it comes to calculating the conversions, most of the people, I have seen CEOs, I have seen VPs, I have seen managers, I have seen salespeople. How do they calculate is, or if we need 10 sales, our conversion is 10%, so we need 100 leads. That's how they calculate. There is a standard rate, 10% conversion, 15% conversion, and that's how they calculate. But with this method, it will never let you know that which skill you are in stronger. Like if you have a sales process which has 4 stages, like inquiry and then meeting and then demo and then negotiations and then close, you will never know where you are strong, where you are lacking, and what skills do you need to close that kind of sales you want to do. Now, before I proceed further, this is going to be a little complicated here. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. First of all, let me know what is your sales process and how many stages it has. Like type down the name of those stages. Like in my case, my sales process, when we meet corporates like ICICI and all those kind of things, there are simple 4 to 5 steps. We have first meeting that happens. After that, the service demo happens. After that, the negotiations happen. And after that, the closing happens. So these 4 stages we have in our sales process. Let me ask you how many stages your sales process has. Please type it over there. The name, not the number. Don't say that I have 5 and just go ahead with it. Yeah, Mohit, you mentioned it right. Prospecting, qualifying, demonstration, negotiations, closing. Let's see. Pramod says suspect, prospect, BANT, demo, negotiations. BANT is not a stage, Pramod. I would say BANT is one of the strategies that we use in negotiations. Okay, but that's not a stage. Okay, let's see, Sandeep, meeting. All right, people are typing very fast. Very good. Meeting, demo, quotation, negotiations, closing, prospecting, qualifying, inquiry generation, inquiry, demo, meeting. Very good. Now, what I want you to know, like you all have an idea like how many stages are there. That's very good. Now, can you tell me from one stage to another, what is your conversion? For example, let us say Vijay mentioned that your 4 stages are prospecting, qualifying, negotiations, and close. So how many leads do you get in negotiation, in prospecting? From prospecting, how many leads move to qualifying? And from qualifying, how many leads move to negotiations? If we take an example of 100 leads, can you tell me what would be your conversion at each stage? This is very important to know yourself and in what stage you are good, and you need to know your conversions before the planning steps can be learned. So give me an idea. Like if 100 leads comes in prospecting stage, how many moves to qualifying? Is it 50 leads move to qualifying or 25 leads moves to qualifying? Give me an idea if you know your conversion rate over there. And from let's say 50 moves to qualifying, then how many ends up in negotiation? Is it 25 ends up in negotiations or 10? And if let's say 25 ends up in negotiations, how many do you close from there? Give me an idea. So Sukesh says 10 to 15%. At every stage, it is 10 to 15%. Is that what you're trying to say? Give me an idea, type everyone, because this step is important. Only then we can know how to find out how many leads do you need to meet that kind of sales. So you see, right now we are knowing that we don't have complete idea. We have partial ideas. We are already learning here itself that we don't have complete idea about each stage closing. Okay, go ahead, please type it. And so you yourself will know, it will put you in a thinking stage, like, and then you will get an idea like how much it converts at every stage. You'll put on that thinking cap. Now we have an idea, everyone, what we are talking about here. Now it is the time to learn the plan part of it. Like for the number of sales that we need, like 150 sales that we need to do for mid-sized businesses to meet our target of 2 crore sales, so that we can earn that incentive of 18 lakhs. How many leads do we need? And for that, you need to figure out how many leads do you convert from negotiation to closing, how many leads do you convert from demo to negotiations, and how many leads do you convert from demo to inquiry, right? So this is called reverse engineering, where we look at our sales funnel. It's right there on your screen. In between, the colored one is your sales funnel. Left side, you have the typical standard sales stages. On the right side, you have conversions in each stage. On the top, you see the number of leads required. We're going to start from bottom. Like our target is to do 150 mid-sized businesses sales to meet to do the annual sale of 2 crore. So we can earn the incentive of 18 lakhs. It's as simple as that. So to do that, how many leads do we need? So left side, write your stages, and right side, you write your conversions. I have mentioned 50% conversion just for the understanding sakes. These are assumptive numbers. So let us say we start from the bottom. This is called reverse engineering. So you start from the bottom, 150 sales do you need per year. And then for that, let's say your negotiation to sales conversion is 50%, which means you need 300 leads in negotiations. So you can easily meet your target. So 300 leads in negotiations per year. Now from negotiations, if we go to demo and we have a conversion rate of 50%, which means 600 leads we need in demo in 1 year, so that we can easily do that 50 sales per year. And if we go to the inquiry part of it, how many do you need in inquiry? Which means 1200 leads do you need if we compare 50% conversions we consider. Right. So now we have come to a part where we know we need 1200 leads per year to meet our sales target of 150 companies per year, and do the 2 crore sales annually and take that 18 lakh incentive. Now, all you need to do as a next step is convert this per year into per day. Very important. If you take monthly targets, if you take weekly targets, if you take annual targets, you will never meet them. The only targets you will meet in your life is what you do daily. So please make sure that you put it in a daily format, like 1200 leads per year. So which means 100 leads per month you need, and because dividing by 12, and in 100 leads, if you convert it into per day, let's say 20 working days are there where you work for 20 days, you divide it by 20, which means you need 5 leads per day. Now you need to ask your questions that how many leads marketing team gives me and how many leads I need to arrange from outside. So like you are breaking it down into daily things now. Let's say marketing team gives you every day 2 leads, you get confirmed from them, which means 3 leads, you need to do it from outside, which means you need to put some extra efforts, outside efforts, so that you can create those leads. Yeah, that's a good question. How to create those leads? We're going to cover it in the next part. But now we are coming to a scientific formula, a clear-cut clarity that you have in your plan, like how many leads do you need every day, which will help you confirmedly meet that target. All right. And this is where you decide, like, what should I do to get those 3 extra leads? One way is you will have old leads, you can target that, or you can decide I want to generate new leads. And for that, you can arrange a database and you can start calling that. Or you can decide that you have some existing customers, you're going to call them up and try for repeat sales. That's one another opportunity. Or maybe you're going to call those customers and try for referrals. That can be another source for you. And then, or you can decide I'm going to go on target, I'm going to target social media and I will try to generate new leads from there. Or you can decide I'm going to do new partnerships. Like a lot of partnerships happen here to reach out to each other's customer. For example, I am into sales training. My company is into sales training. There are institutes that offer technical training to companies. I can do partnerships with them, and then they can advertise my company to their clients, and I can advertise their company to my clients. So that kind of partnerships also you can do. So just to reach out to those customers, or you can decide on the door-to-door campaigns, whatever you like. Now, these are not the only 6 options. Let me tell you, there are hell lot of it. Yeah, collaborating, right, Harsh? So there are a hell lot of options. It's your options are limited by your imaginations. That's all. So there are, I just wrote 6 to give you some ideas, but there are a hell lot. And then once you start searching, there will be so many things you can do. Now, what you need to do is, when you are choosing these sources, like which one should I choose, bear in mind that you should choose best option and one option, and you should work on it. That will only give you focus. If you're going to put your hands into multiple things, you're going to lose focus. You'll not be able to give that dedicated focus and efforts to it, and eventually it will fail. And that's how most of the people are failing. So don't do that mistake. Choose one of them, and make sure the choice you make, you should always consider the results you will get versus the efforts involved. The whole idea of it is, the effort should be less, the results should be more. Like, activate your laziness mode. All right, that you do less efforts, but your reach is bigger. Like collaborations, if you do, your reach is bigger, efforts are less. You need to talk to 1 or 2 guys, and if they put your marketing efforts, if they put your campaign into their customer base, you're gonna get 10 to 15 leads just like that, right? So choose the best option with less efforts. Remember the timeliness to generate those inquiries and to convert those inquiries. This only comes with experience. So you need to try it and figure out how many leads on per day basis I can get from them, right? And how many I need. Skill set also needs to be considered, whether you have that kind of skill set to convince these kind of people, or you need to upgrade your skill set. And then finally, the source for lead generation. For example, you decided you're going to generate new leads and you will do telecalling, cold calling. Where would you get the database from? Right now, for that, to help you that, I have already done some research, and let me tell you, I can do that to help you out. If you are on my website, dishaconsultants.com, you will see sales resources. And once you go there, I have written many ebooks, over 25 ebooks I have written. And in that, one of the ebook that you would see, well, let me, okay. I might have removed that from here, but no problem. I can have my team send you that ebooks. Let me see if I can quickly pull up that link. So that would be easy for me. All right. I'm just trying to check out if I can quickly give you that. All right. If I can quickly give you that, I'll give it right now. Otherwise, I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, there it is. I got it. Let's go over there. So this is the link I would share with you. Oh my God, that link is missing, but no problem. I will send it to you in the WhatsApp group, everyone. All right. So I have removed, my team would have removed this link because of some efforts we are doing in another direction. So they would have removed it, but I will get you. One source is, you can refer my ebook. If you're targeting Indian companies, and let's say you decided to target Indian companies, there is one website, mygov.in. I'll give you one source, which will be mca.gov.in. That will help you get more Indian company contacts. If you go to this website, mca.gov.in, and you go to data and reports, and you go to company and LLP, and if you go to incorporated or closed during the month, you will find the list of all the companies who have got registered, because all the companies got registered with MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, right? And you can download the database to see what companies are getting registered recently or in the past, and check out their company details, and you can target them. Just give me a moment here. My battery is running low. Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to quickly open this file and show you what kind of information. So whether you're targeting big companies, whether you're targeting startup companies, small companies, it's all in there. That is the Excel. It takes a while to open because it's way big file. You can't imagine every month how many companies are getting registered. So you can see you have company names here. All right, you have the region where you're getting it registered: Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Every damn city, wherever it get registered, you'll find it here. You will find the authorized capital they have put in. So that will give you an idea how big this company is going to be. If they are putting like 10,000, 1 lakh and those kind of things, you know it's a startup. But if they are putting like 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 5 crores, you know what you're talking about. And most of the time, you're going to get their address as well as email address to target them. You can see it in the last. Most of the time, it is the email address of the founder. All right. So this link, I will share it in the WhatsApp group, everyone. Don't worry. You will get everything from me. So it's not that you're going to miss anything, but just to give you an idea. Now, these are some of the sources. My ebook will give you more sources where you can buy company databases and you can start contacting them. And you can buy it based on your preferences, based on industries, based on designation, based on how big they are, how many employees they have. A lot of things are there. So once you have done this planning, make sure you do it right. You will know how many leads you need per day and where you're going to get it from. And this will activate your exceptional planning skills, bigger vision of multiple options that are available in the market once you start searching. All right. It will opportunities will be there to consider multiple new channels that you have never explored. So it will create a desire to learn new skills also and become more effective. So all that skills that you have hidden, it will activate. Then comes the last part of it, everyone, where we are into the last part called daily task. Now that's very important. Now you know you need 3 leads and you're going to call, let's say, companies. You got the database also, and you will do calling and you will try to generate those inquiries, or you will send email and try to generate inquiries. But how many calls you need to do daily? How many emails you need to send daily? How many LinkedIn messages you need to send daily? Or how many LinkedIn posts you need to do daily? Or how many collaborations you need to do weekly or monthly? Unless you know that, you will never be able to achieve your targets confirmed consistently. And this is where the daily tasks comes in. What you do daily, what is your daily habit, is only successful. What you do in 2 days or in weekly, let me tell you, it will never work. Like your yearly, you know, any habits that you have, which is not done daily, it's never going to happen. And this is where you use daily tasks to make sure that you put down that number, that if you need 3 leads per day, how many calls you need to do. Or if you're taking social media, how many LinkedIn messages you need to send daily so that you can get 3 leads daily. Or if, let's say, you're doing door-to-door campaign, how many customers you need to visit daily so you can get your desired 3 leads every day. If you're doing a social media post, how many posts you need to do. If you're doing a webinar, how many webinars per week or per day you need to do so that you can generate that kind of inquiries. It's all scientific. And then let me tell you, everyone, there is no way you will not be able to achieve your targets, any target you take in hand, no matter at what position you are, what role you're playing in that business, whether you're a salesman, sales manager, sales leader, boss, whoever you are, you'll be able to plan it right. You'll be able to achieve it right. You'll be able to give your team also this thing. So this formula works at individual level as well as team level, as well as business level. All right. And these daily tasks, if you do it, then let me tell you, you just need to choose which option gives you better results with less efforts and timely results. So that is very important to choose. All right. So it activates your power of daily habits. You realize the power of daily habits. Whatever you can do daily, you can achieve it. Otherwise, not. And at the same time, let us say, you're not available for 2 days. You're not well. You're not in a mood. You're busy with something else. Now you know, you're out of 20 days of working in the month, you lost 2 days. You have 18 days. In 18 days, you have to complete your target, which means the 50 calls that you miss for 2 days, you have to cover it up in the coming days. And then you stay on track, you stay on target, and you achieve that. Now imagine if you don't getting desired results, you will know. For example, you're dialing 25 calls, but you're not getting desired 3 leads. Then what do? Then you try it for a week and you know it's not going to work out. Then you jump onto the second option. Ditch this part, it's not working out. Either get a new database, or maybe change the calling approach. Or if both you have tried changing and it didn't work, then you jump onto LinkedIn, or you jump on to try the second option. So which means before the disaster strikes that you will fail to meet your target, you'll be able to change your course. You will know what is failing, what is not failing, what is working, what is not working. And then you'll be able to recalibrate your efforts to make sure you always stay on track of meeting the targets. That's very, very important. Now, this will not be possible if you don't follow all the steps. So everyone, in the conclusion, ATSPD allows you to set right goals, set smart goals, performance-based revisions are there that you can do, and it will help you achieve 100% sales targets. When I started following it, let me tell you, things got changed for me. And I have been able to avoid any disaster for myself and meet any targets that I have set out. I taught this to thousands of people, and they have been doing like 70% of them who have dedicatedly followed it have achieved great results, which includes promotions and going higher in their careers. They have managed to achieve it. So there is no stopping. Couple of things you need to remember, right? Which will help you avoid any disaster. And even if, let's say, you fail to meet the target, you won't have to face that embarrassed situation in front of your boss, in front of your manager. How do you do that? First of all, remember, review your goals and planning with your reporting manager. So when you set the goals, you tell him, this is the goals I have set. This is what I'm planning to do daily. And this is my daily efforts. This is what I will do. Report consistently report your progress weekly, bi-weekly to your manager so that he can guide you, right? And if you don't meet the targets, he know that you have put your 100% efforts. And this is the reason that you couldn't meet the targets. You'll be able to give him a specific report. Like, for example, I thought cold calling will work. I tried cold calling, but 1 month gone into trying getting the results, it didn't work. I tried these many dialed these many calls, and I made these many contacts. These many customers showed interest also, but then these many customers said no. So it was either the database was wrong, either the calling was wrong, or you can nail that problem. Remember, your boss, they want to know the real reason, whether you know why what worked, what didn't work. When you can clearly tell them that this didn't work, then they will be happy about you, and then you don't have to face that embarrassed situation. You don't have to be fearful about your job, and you'll be well on track in terms of growing. Whether you achieve the results, whether you don't achieve the results, still you will be growing. I'll tell you, take guidance from your reporting manager. That's very, very important. Make him the partner in the crime. All right. And then he will be your bestie and he will support you. There is no other choice he will have. Third thing you need to do, everyone, is adjust your lifestyle to meet these goal settings. See, it's not just the skill part of it. It's not just the enthusiasm part of it. You need to get your body also ready to meet these targets. You need to do some adjustments to your lifestyle. For example, doing yoga, which brings more focus. If you cannot do yoga, do meditation, where sit in calm, quiet, close your eyes, and watch one YouTube video on how to do a meditation. It will improve your focus, it will improve your memory, and it will improve your productivity. It will do that. All right. Write down your goals and achievements every week. Make sure that you're on track or you're not on track and any changes are required. You need to contemplate. And if you're meeting your targets every week, then celebrate. That's very, very important. It's important for your subconscious brain. It is important for your motivation. It is important for your enthusiasm. And don't celebrate it alone. Take your wife, take your girlfriend, boyfriend, or anybody out, children, and enjoy with them. Celebrate. Let me tell you, if you spend some money and celebrate, let me tell you that will come back to you as a productivity when you start your work from Monday. Do that. Couple of other things. All right. Couple of other lifestyle changes. Take good 8 hours sleep in night. It's very important. Don't skip it for Netflix. Don't skip it for anything else, because that affects your productivity. If possible, take a 20 minutes power nap during the lunch break as well. That will come back as 2 hours of productivity. When you're dialing, when you're calling customers, let me tell you, many times you would have observed, you will feel tired after 2, 3 calls, 5 calls itself, or 10 calls itself. And you will feel like, let's take a break, let's go for a fag, let's go for a smoke, let's go for tea. And that affects your productivity. Your breaks keeps increasing. And then productivity goes down. To stop that, you need to take power naps. Cut down on your unnecessary phone and web browsing. Invest that phone time in actual playing. So like a table tennis, like a pool, or anything that you have nearby, rather invest that time in actual playing. It will improve your focus, productivity, and everything. All right. That's one thing. And third thing, once you know that you have to meet these targets, you will know your gaps also. Like, for example, you're doing email marketing. You have selected email marketing. You need to invest in your skill upgrade also, right? You cannot go with the bare skills and think that it will work, which means if you have decided, then it's time to upgrade. Upgrade your skills and learn new things. For example, you decided social media can give you a bigger reach and can generate much more inquiries than you need. Then upgrade your skills to learn social media. All right. So if you want to learn all these things from next month, my next batch, 49th batch of authoritative selling is starting, which is going to be my 49th batch. Become a sales specialist in 5 weeks. And you can join that if you would like to learn, upgrade your skills, whether it is in terms of qualifications or territory planning or presentation communications, objections handling, negotiations, closing, follow-ups, productivity. I'm going to be covering all in 5 weeks and in 15 sessions. That's going to happen every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What you're going to learn, you will learn how to generate more inquiries, whether it is on phone, email, or social media, how to double your sales conversions, 2 times more revenue and referrals you'll be able to generate, and 3 times more sales with these upgraded skills, high-level skills. So the offer is also there. I'm only taking 10 seats, not more than that. The program is priced at 20,000 per head, but for tomorrow, till tomorrow, the offer is there where you're going to get it all in 10,000, or rather even 9,999. That's what you're going to get it. You can book it if you would like to join. You can book it before tomorrow ends, and put your receipt in the WhatsApp group so my team knows, and we'll go from there. Link to buy this program will be shared with you in the WhatsApp group right after this. So this brings me towards the end of the session, everyone. Let's open it up for questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Unmute yourself if you want to. All right. Or if you want to share, how did you like the webinar, the feedback, you can share that as well. I'm happy to hear any questions, any concerns that you have, anything that you need from me, any more webinars you want me to do on any particular topic. It's your time now. You have been listening for 1 hour, 15 minutes, and now it's your time for speaking. Go ahead. Let me see if I can, if you can unmute yourself, that's fine. If not, put it in the chat box.
Yeah, Amit, Sunil.
Hi, Sunil.
Okay, I mean, I really enjoyed the training session. I mean, it's bringing a lot of clarity in what needs to be done and what is need to actually give a very clear idea as to where the problem is. I've really got to identify the real issue. And with regards to the new training, I would like to know whether you will do something on LinkedIn marketing.
LinkedIn is also part of it. So there will be 2 to 3 sessions which will happen on LinkedIn, and both inbound and outbound will be covered, like how to send connections, messages, and create a funnel so you can generate inquiries, as well as how to do a post and all those different kind of posts you can do so you can get a even bigger reach and generate more inquiries out of it.
Let us know.
Yeah, it will be there. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Only question is
Hi,
how.
Amit.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Could you please show me that activity about calling and all that slide? 25 calls and all there, right? Could you please?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me go back. That's daily calls. Yeah.
Yeah. This one. 25 calls daily till LinkedIn. Okay. Thank you. That's what.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. All right. Others, if you have any questions, only question is how to do better prospecting, hoping to get that customer data and agency for specific requirements. Well, Mohit, yes, I will give you that ebook. The link will be posted today where you can get the databases. Different companies are there that are providing qualified database. Now I'm using the word qualified, which is most crucial because you will get many messages that you can get 2 crore database of CEOs for 500 rupees. Don't even buy that. Don't spoil your money on that, because you can never send an email campaigns to 2 crore in your life also. Even if you have to buy a tool, you will need like lakhs and crores to send that campaigns. It's a waste, and those are non-qualified database. What I mean by qualified is that those contacts exist, that is their email, that is their phone number, and when you send that email, it will not bounce back. All right. Now those companies are there and they provide Indian companies databases, international customer databases in any country that you like. They have that. One thing is that I will give it to you. Second is in prospecting, the second part is of the sales pitch, right? How do you organize your sales pitch in such a way that you can cross the gatekeepers, that's or reception, that's first problem. Second is engage the decision maker in 30 seconds to 1 minute and overcome their objections related to not interested, busy, call me back later, send me an email, and all those kind of things, and how to be more productive to make more connects. That I will be covering in my 5 weeks program. All right. Otherwise, you can check out these resources, a couple of resources that I mentioned on my website. Where is it? Jesus, I keep losing track of it. Getting old now. All right. There it is. Yeah, sales resources. So many resources related to cold calling. Also, you can check it out. For example, best strategies to cross gatekeepers in cold calling, wrong sales questions to ask, all those, like first thing first we ask is how are you doing today in the cold calling. It's a wrong question to ask. So like that, you can check out language related to words that we use and all those kind of things. In fact, it gives me a good idea. I will soon do a webinar on that as well. All right, you guys didn't tell me that my screen was paused, so I should have shown you that. Nobody mentioned it. These are this is a website, and this is where you can go and sales resources, best strategies to cross gatekeepers, and all those ebooks are here. Guys, you need to tell me if I'm switching the screen and you are not seeing it. I don't know how many times it happened. Whatever. So I hope that answers your question, Mohit. Give me a thumbs up if it is. Otherwise, put the next question or whatever doubt you have. Others, let me know if you have any other questions.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Kush, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, sir, so far the methods or the techniques we have seen, these are very much applicable in a B2B sales context. However, my question is related to, say, something like FMCG sales, where you have to meet distributors or wholesalers. The clients here are also very less sophisticated. So the sales process is different. The kind of conversations which you will have with them is different. Do you cover anything related to that, or can you give a brief as to how it happens in FMCG sales?
Sure. No, I understand. There are two parts to it. The goal setting that I have covered, it's completely applicable in FMCG also. You're targeting distributors, and goal setting works the same over there also. All right. Second part of it is when you have conversations with distributors, there are multiple challenges with them. They're already with an existing brand. They don't want to move. They're highly margin conscious and all those kind of things. And then if they keep your products also, they don't push it to the customers or they don't push it, these things. So these kind of challenges are there. All right. That's what you face, right, Kush?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we will launch a 5 weeks program for that also. Okay. FMCG. It will soon come. Maybe next month we'll launch it. But the existing program that are coming, most of it FMCG it is covering over there. All right. Most of it. I will let you know which elements are not covered and if that can be added, but 80 to 90% it is covering. Whether it is objections handling, whether it is goal setting, whether it is territory planning. So don't have that doubt in mind, because we always get this mind doubt that, okay, this might not be applicable in our field because ours is a traditional one. It doesn't happen like that. These all the things are applicable over there also. Once you try, you will know. Okay. I have done extensive work in FMCG also. We have trained companies like, to give you an idea, Aarti Industries from Gujarat. They are into chemicals, pure play FMCG. Then Farm Harvest in Salem. They are into food and beverages. Then there are many companies like that we have trained, and absolutely you don't need to worry that whether this element will be applicable or not applicable. Everything will be applicable, like negotiations will be applicable, objections handling will be applicable, how to start the first meeting and have a insightful discussion so people take interest in you is applicable. So all that part will be applicable.
Okay, sir.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, everyone. So I think no more questions. I don't see it in the chat also. Learn many new things. Thank you, Pramod. Thank you for sharing that feedback. Tapan says, wonderful session. Thank you so much, Tapan, for sharing feedback. It really encourages me to do more such sessions and bring more insights. In the background, I do a lot of research also. So all these strategies are not my strategies. Let me tell you, I learn a lot from others and I do a lot of research, and then only I bring these things to you. So don't be under assumptions that it's mine. I would love to call it and I would love to say that I am the inventor of it. It sounds very good and gives me a good feeling, but that's not the fact. I'm learning it a lot from many different platforms, from many different people who talk about it, whether it is internationally, whether it is in India. I go to an extent to learn the languages which I don't know. All right. Thanks a lot, Amit. It was an eye-opener on settings. Thanks, Vijay, for sharing that feedback. I'm very happy that you guys found it very useful. So all the best to all of you. I would like you to present the webinar on sales communication skills. Okay, Mr. Pramod, I would be doing that webinar also. It will also soon come up. We'll let you know. You stay connected in the WhatsApp group and all the communication will be done to you on time. All right. And if you want any other webinar or any other things, you can also mention over there as well. All right, everyone. So thanks to all of you. You have been a wonderful audience, stayed throughout, and none of you dropped till the last part came where I opened to question. I was monitoring and everybody was intact. And only then when I asked it's open for questions, some of you dropped. So you have been an amazing, wonderful audience, and all the best to you. Yeah, Sumesh Babu. Yes. All these classes are going to be live. I will be taking all these sessions. All right. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it will happen starting from, I think, second or third week of May. All right. And for 5 weeks, 15 sessions. All right, everyone. So have best of evening. Nothing much left of it though, but have a wonderful, wonderful dinner. Have a wonderful sleep. Watch a movie if you would like. All right. Don't compromise on the sleep though. And enjoy yourself. Have a blast on Saturday, Sunday. It's your day. Enjoy your weekend. Relax. Watch some good movies. All right. Please do a webinar on objections handling for sure, Kishore. We'll do that. Thank you, everyone. And have a wonderful evening ahead and a very good night. All the best.